First of all, thank you very much indeed for your appreciation of my first creative effort. This is the second. It's actually a song I wrote last year. I wrote the words, not the music, and it's all about a somewhat convoluted love affair. The tune is familiar, probably. I believe it's an Irish folk song, but the words are mine. Here we go. I met her first one afternoon whilst walking through the town. I saw a mass of long blonde hair, a pretty summer gown. A bolt of lightning struck my heart, a feeling that was new. But little did I realise that Elsie wasn't true. I boldly walked up to her and I asked her for a date. She said that would be lovely, but I must be home by 8. We had a cup of coffee each, a piece of gateau too, but little did I realise that Elsie wasn't true. We met each other every day and soon became an item. I took her up to London town, we also went to Brighton. We walked all over Hampton Court and saw the flowers in queue, but little did I realise that Elsie wasn't true. I never think that spending money recklessly is cool, and driving from her place to mine was costing me in fuel. So I made a suggestion and she said, yes, I'd like that. She packed her stuff and late that evening moved into my flat. We lived a very happy life, my little girl and I. We went to work, we ate our food, and then we watched some sky. She often cooked me special meals. My favourite was a stew. But still I didn't realise that Elsie wasn't true. Then one day, while I chilled out in the dining room alone, I heard a funny buzzing sound. It was her mobile phone. I picked it up and had a look, and then I got quite vexed, 'cause from another fella she'd received a loving text. I read aloud his words of love, and I got in a state. I knew that I would have to act at once, I couldn't wait. And then I read his text again and got another shock, for underneath his words there was a photo of his. I texted him on Elsie's phone and said, let's meet tonight. He fell into the trap and said, yes, that will be all right. The place we chose was one I'm sure that he and Elsie knew. At long last I had realised that Elsie wasn't true. I took my sharpest kitchen knife and hid it 'neath my shirt. I planned to stab him with it, and from him the blood would spurt. Half mad with rage I hatched my plan, so that I'd know what to do. And all of this because my girlfriend Elsie wasn't true. I left my flat and quickly started walking down the street, arriving at the pub where we'd agreed that we should meet. I sat down near the entrance of this rather grubby dive and waited for the loathsome man I hated to arrive. I knew that it was him the moment he walked through the door. I must admit he looked good, judging by the clothes he wore. A very tall man, he could look down me from above. I said to him, you're out of luck, for I am Elsie's love. It didn't take him long to work out what was going on. He said, we'll have to sort this out, and I am Elsie's John. I pulled the knife from in my jacket, this would be the end. I'm Elsie's man, I shouted, and you're going to die, my friend. Just at that moment, looking up, I had a big surprise, for something made me stop, and then I looked into his eyes. I knew then that I really couldn't kill another bloke. And what I saw made me feel strange and nearly made me choke. Now this verse is the one that all of you are waiting for. It is the last, and obviously there was no blood or gore. 'Tis many years since I last saw the fickle girl called Chelsea, and John and I were married by a registrar in Chelsea. Thanks.